Thank you. 5% increase as of today.
Not bad. What did he talk you down from?
Sorry?
Please tell me you asked for more. Oh, Libby. 5% of not very much is next to nothing. Barely covers inflation.
I didn't think of that.
Well, you should have.
I mean, would it have really made any difference? I know how tight the budgets are.
Rule number 1 in these things, don't try to do management's thinking for them. Rule number 2, there is always more money. Somehow, some way, if they love you enough, there is more money.
If?
Well, why wouldn't they? Did you talk about upskilling at all?
It didn't come up.
Oh, Libby, I worry about you. I really do. Look, we talked about this. You don't want to be a PA forever, right?
Still plenty of time to claw my way to the top.
Well, not if you don't start putting yourself first. No one else is going to.
5%?
I know, I should have asked for more.
Listen to her. Someone's got tickets on herself.
Riley thinks I'm worth it.
And Riley is the font of all knowledge now, is she? I know who I'd trust if it was between her and Chris, and it wouldn't be that fancy pants consultant.
Well, I like her. She sees things in me that Chris doesn't.
You be careful. Chris has always been good to you.
And it's not that I'm not grateful.
Well, that's why you're going to sound if you go in there asking for more money. I think he's been generous enough.
See, my own mother doesn't even believe in me.
A bit of loyalty wouldn't go amiss, that's all I'm saying.
It's not about loyalty, it's about recognition. It's about the value I put on myself.
Oh, that's all right then. As long as it's not just Libby Jeffries getting ideas above her station. See you tomorrow.
There.
What do you think?
I think you're priceless. No, seriously, go for it. Up the work, as they say.
My friends, as they smile.
No, sweetie. Mummy's busy. Let me play with your nice new toys. Look. What does this one do? Look. It's much more interesting than Mummy's cooking, isn't it? No, Jay, this isn't a game. Come on, why don't you watch your DVD? Oh. Look. Sit here, please. Come here.
Oh, Elias.
Hi.
Hello, sunshine. Well, he looks happy.
Having a great time, aren't we? I hope you're hungry. Lunch is almost done. Your 1 o'clock just cancelled?
Excellent.
So I thought this would be a good chance to talk about my performance review.
Haven't we already done this?
Yes, but I think I deserve more than 5%.
Oh.
Given the way my job has expanded over the last year, I mean, I'm doing all sorts of things that aren't in my original job description. And it's not just you I'm working for, is it? Now that Riley's here, it's like I'm doing 2 jobs at once, so I'm thinking 10%.
Which would be kind of like 2 pay increases at once. I can see the logic.
Great.
Libby, much as I would love to, there is no way on earth I can afford to give you that much. This time next year, we could look at a bigger increase, but...
So there's nothing in this year's budget? No contingency money hidden anywhere? Come on, Chris, we all know better than that.
Do we?
Well, according to Riley, there is definitely room to manoeuvre. And she would know, wouldn't she?
What else has she been saying?
Well, she did mention something about upskilling, and I can see where she's coming from. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to send me to the odd management course, would it?
Certainly something we could think about.
And then there's a leave situation.
You get 4 weeks, just like everyone else.
4 weeks minimum. How would you feel about 6?
My feelings don't really come into it.
Oh, good, because this is strictly business. I wouldn't want you thinking I am taking advantage of our friendship.
Heaven forbid. But you'll understand if I can't give you an answer straight away.
Take your time. I'll be here till 6, as usual.
Honestly, Mum, I don't need any help. Go play with Jay.
Well, your sister's already overstimulated him.
I am just trying to get him interested in his new toys.
Don't you think they're a bit complicated?
Ages 6 months and up, that's what it says on the box.
And they're not toys, they're educational aids.
Well, excuse me.
One of the mothers and 10 swears by them.
They could be wonderful, but does Jay really need educating? Can't he just play?
Oh, I can hear a speech coming on. In my day...
You girls never had toys like that when you were Jay's age. Are you any the worse for it, I wonder?
Well, Jay might grow up to cure cancer and win a Nobel Prize.
If he does, it won't be because his mother plonked him down in front of the TV.
That's educational too. It's not like it's some violent cartoon.
He's not even looking at it.
But he will, same as the toys. Kids develop at their own rate, but it's important they're provided with stimulus.
The best stimulus you can give to a baby is to get down on the floor and play with it. It doesn't cost anything either. See, it's always the little things.
You're fine.
Sorry, I'm a bit early.
What?
Harry's swimming lesson, remember? I said I'd take him.
Oh, right, we're just finishing lunch.
It's okay, I can wait.
We're having leftovers.
Lucky you. All that scrummy food that Dad bought for your party.
Yeah.
Think you've had enough, matey? You don't want to sink in the pool, do you? Why don't you go upstairs, get your togs?
I talked to a lawyer this morning. She seems to think I have a good case.
Same. Guy called Dexter Swale, one of Uncle Garth's.
Looks like we're in for a good fight then.
Oh, yeah.
Can't say I'm looking forward to it.
Me neither.
What's all this going to do to Harry?
Oh, here's the reason we're going to court in the first place.
Doesn't make much sense though, does it? Dragging him through all that just because you and I can't manage a civil conversation.
It's not like we haven't tried.
For some reason, I can't walk through that door without tensing up. I'm on the time I see you.
Same.
If only we didn't know how to push each other's buttons quite so well.
That's what you get for 3 years of marriage.
We should be better than this.
Well, we're doing okay right now, aren't we?
Better than yesterday, anyway.
That's progress, isn't it?
How long do you think we can keep it up for? Another minute?
Let's just think about all that money we're not spending on lawyers.
Works for me.
You all set, mate?
Yeah.
Come on then, in the car.
See ya.
We'll talk later, yeah?
Please.
See? A woman can have a baby and still feed herself occasionally.
You shouldn't have gone to so much trouble.
Should have let us do it.
But you can't try and tell me that you cook like this every day.
Not every day, no. But it will get easier.
What's this?
My schedule for next month. This is when I'm working and this is when I'm with Jay.
What? You put him on a roster?
I put myself on a roster. It's the only way.
I don't see any grandmother days here.
Oh, don't worry, there'll be plenty of those.
This is wonderful, but you do have to give yourself a break occasionally.
I think it's terrible.
What?
Well, for you. I mean, you must just want to be with him all the time.
I can't afford that luxury though, can I?
You could always cut down on your work hours.
And live off what?
Well, stop buying expensive toys and you'll be all right.
Shanti did a great job covering for you when you were on leave. You guys could always job share.
There's a thought.
No, it wouldn't work.
You wouldn't know until you tried.
I would just be delaying the inevitable. Sooner or later, I'm going to have to go full-time or we'd both starve. Let's face it, it's going to get more expensive, not less.
True.
I just have to keep working, that's all there is to it.
Other mothers manage it, I suppose.
I don't know how. If it were my baby, I wouldn't give a stuff how poor we were. I'd be home with them all day.
Living off instant noodles, probably.
Who cares? As long as we're happy.
I did 10 laps.
Wow, you're a regular little man from Atlantis.
What?
Never mind, before your time.
I think that one was before my time.
Dad, can I go skiing?
One day? Let's put that on.
He met some of his friends at the pool. They were all going on about some ski trip their parents had planned for them.
Right, Madeline mentioned something yesterday.
Can I?
Fine by me.
Your dad and I might have to have a chat about that one. They're talking about week-long passes and staying at some flash lodge. I can't afford that.
I'll pay.
Chris, we said 50-50.
We'll talk. Let's not make a big deal out of it.
Thank you.
Am I going or no?
Well, that's up to your mum, mate. She's the one who hasn't said yes.
Wow, I guess 5% more pay equals 5% more groceries.
Make that 10%.
You haven't got it yet.
No, but I'm celebrating anyway. Chris isn't stupid. He must know what side his breed's butted on by now. Do you want to open the wine?
Oh, just try and stop me.
That's the spirit. No, Now, there is no reason why you shouldn't be climbing up that corporate ladder yourself. You are exactly the kind of person they're all looking for.
Oh, what sort of person's that exactly?
Professional, dedicated, adaptable. And there's not that many of us out there. And they know it. They just don't want us to know it.
Who's they?
You know, them.
And so you think I should ask them for a pay rise?
I think you'd be completely within your rights.
I don't know. I've only been working there a few months.
Ask yourself, where do you see yourself this time next year? Still sitting on triage with my crazy mother twittering on beside you?
Well, when you put it like that.
You have to take control of your destiny, Gerald. I did, and look at the results.
You got to go mad in the deli section.
I'm worth it. And so are you.
Hell.
What sort of greeting's that? I know it's 3 times in one day, but I'm not staying, I promise.
Harry's not here.
What? I'm taking him to a movie.
I know. I took him round to Pierre's and he's having such a good time, I didn't want to drag him away.
So you left him there?
I meant to call you.
And say what? Sorry, change your plan. You can't see your son tonight after all?
No, of course not.
I barely get to see him as it is, and now you do this to me.
Well, Harry knows he's spending time with you. He'll be waiting for you now.
Where?
Well, I meant to call you and give you Pierre's address. His place is even closer to you than here. I didn't think it would be a problem.
Just once, when we make a plan, I wish we could stick to it. Is that too much to ask?
Are you sure you don't want me to put some dinner on for you? It is no trouble.
Mum, I didn't invite you to lunch so you could cook dinner for me.
I know, but you probably didn't think I was going to stay this long either.
I'm pleased you did. It's been fun. It has.
Good night, my little sweetheart. Good night.
I have to go too, darling. Your Uncle Kip will be getting jealous.
Here, I'll take him.
Oh, you do like your Auntie Tanya, don't you?
Yeah, you do, darling.
Oh, don't, Tans. I wanted to go to sleep.
Sorry, I could just play with him all night.
Kip will get jealous if he gets wind of that.
I'll probably stay over again, so you have the place to yourself tonight.
Sure, whatever.
Thank you for a lovely lunch.
We'll have to do it again sometime.
Better check your roster first.
What have we got down here? Look. What's this? It's a cow, isn't it? And what noise does a cow make? Cow goes moo. I can't do this on my own, Jay. You have to help me.
Well, I think someone needs to get straight into his jammies, don't you?
Can I have a glass of milk?
Yeah, of course you can. What time do you call this?
Oh, don't start. I'm not alone.
Excuse me for worrying. I get that way when I don't know where my son is.
He was where I said he'd be, at the movies with me.
Must have been a long movie.
We missed the early session. By the time we got away from Pierre's, we didn't have a hope of making it. Whose fault is that?
You could have put him back here. He's going to be cranky all morning
Oh,
now.
it'd be worse if I dragged him home. I've been promising him that movie for weeks.
You could have called, of course, but no, you thought you'd get back at me, didn't you?
Oh, you want to think I'm that petty? Fine, I don't care.
It wouldn't be the first time you've used Harry to score points.
I beg your pardon?
Well, what was last year all about?
I think we both know the answer to that one. But the amazing thing is that every time you bring it up, you still think you can play the wounded party. I'm sick of it, Chris. It's time you got over yourself.
Stop fighting!
What? Mate?
Harry, it's okay.
Oh, the look on your face. I bet you've never seen anyone scramble up the corporate ladder quite so fast now, have you?
What's going on?
Libby, you're here. Good.
Not late or anything, am I?
Could I blame you if you were, the amount of stress you've been under lately?
Pardon?
I do listen sometimes, Libby, and a lot of what you said yesterday made sense, but I wasn't sure of the solution until your knight in shining armour here came bounding over the horizon.
Ta-da!
Don't worry about a handover. I'm sure Gerald can find his way around, and you can explain everything to Riley.
Oh, right, your things. I know you can't bear to live without them.
Like you said, we can't expect you to do 2 jobs for the price of 1, can we? If we could just go over my schedule, shouldn't take long.
We've live coverage of Budget 2011 today here on RT1 at 2 and on RT2 from 3 o'clock. Plus there's an extended 6-1 news tonight and a Frontline special at 9:35.